Okay, we're recording now. So, right. Hello, Lewis. It's very nice to meet you.
It's lovely to meet you too, Sarah.
And thank you very much for joining me today.
It's my pleasure.
And I just wanted to let you know my colleague will be watching the interviews later, so we're recording all the interviews. Is that okay with you?
Of course, it's perfectly fine with me, Sarah.
Okay. So let's just start by if you could tell me a little bit about yourself, Lewis.
Well, I am currently doing a level 3 creative media course at Barnfield College, and recently I have learned a little bit about how to how to produce my own radio show with a few fellow media students, and I really enjoyed doing it because I learned a little bit about sound mixing and stuff like that, so it was very good. I also like to watch films and spend time with my family a bit, and even walk with my dog early in the morning before I get a chance to do my work.
Okay, excellent. And can you tell me what you think the key skills are that are needed for this role?
Well, the key skills I think that are needed for this role is like good timekeeping, be learning to be part of a team, and making sure that that research is guided for like the kind of content that you want to include for a radio show. Like if you want to like what kind of music you want to include and what topics you could talk about in the in-between marks, like what kind of quizzes you can ask for the questions and stuff like that.
Okay, so in terms of preparation, you think that's what the important skill is?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, and can you give me an example of projects where you've demonstrated good pre-production preparation skills?
Uh, mm, well, in my media course, I've learned quite a lot about different media products. Like, for instance, last year when I was doing level 2, I had to work on my own podcast, really. So I try to make sure to look at different examples of podcasts, basically see how they present it, but also making sure that I understand like how they are connected to the content that they're talking about, really. So I try to make sure to not only talk about my own content, but also give it my own style, really. So even though I was mostly typing out the script, I still understood like what exactly I made sure to make sure that the podcast was relevant, didn't go off topic or something.
Okay, so you've made your own podcast and you've made your own radio show?
Yes.
Okay, and can you tell me the part that you enjoyed the most about working on those projects?
The part that I enjoyed the most about working on those projects was actually the recording side of things, because thankfully when everything is currently planned out, I made sure to not only make sure that I spoke very clearly. Like when I was recording the podcast, sometimes if I like had a few hiccups or something, I made sure to take a breath, make sure I read it correctly, then I could just continue forth throughout the script and made sure to pause for like when I had to flip the pages. And when I was doing the radio show, I made sure to know the exact cues of when I had to do like different types of idents when I was sound mixing, and to understand when I had to put this ident here or this background here or this song here.
Okay, and can you tell me, in terms of your knowledge of radio, what do you know about Kiss FM?
I understand that you like to publish, like to have like I understand that from your website that you like to have like relevant type of content songs that people like to listen to, like hip hop, pop, just to name a few. But you also have some very upbeat and enthusiastic presenters in your different types of radio show, and usually make sure that they are within the schedule on a weekly basis. And for those and for the weekends, you do have different radio presenters talking about different radio shows, and make sure that each show that you talk about has like a certain type of topic, but is connected to the main focus of your radio show.
And if you had to come up with your own idea for a radio show, for an item for a radio show, what would be it? What kind of original idea could you come up with for some radio content?
I say an idea that I would definitely have for the radio show is, I noticed that some of the radio shows that I have currently listened to from Kiss FM, there's not too many like quizzes to like get the people a chance to like get the audience a chance to like get their knowledge about not only some of the latest music that's happening, but also like some of the celebrities and even TV that's going on. So that way, I feel like if we can improve our knowledge, it will not only give the listeners a chance to know their knowledge about it, but also the other listeners to check out this other stuff as well, to see, wow, they really know their knowledge about this stuff. So I think that would be an interesting item to use for the radio shows.
Oh. And can you tell me what has been an accomplishment that you're really proud of in your personal life or professional life?
I say an accomplishment that I am really proud of would be, there's quite a few.
That's always nice to know.
I say like getting a chance to go. I say like a personal accomplishment of mine is getting a chance to volunteer at a charity that I was a part of. Like, I used to be part of a charity called Transitions that helped a lot of people who had disability benefits, and I learned so much about it throughout my life that it helped me so much that I thought maybe I could help other people who went through similar situations that I did when I was younger and help them build their confidence. So it would be nice for them to have someone who is also going through experience to actually be a volunteer as well. So that way they'll be able to understand what they're going through and how to make them better.
Okay, that's an amazing experience to have. Can you tell me that what is a weakness that you have and how you've worked to combat it?
One of my biggest weakness is that sometimes when I'm working on a media project is that sometimes I like to take control of things. Like sometimes if people don't know what they're doing, like even the people that are in charge, so sometimes I usually like to say like what exactly they need to do, and sometimes even can record a little bit about what I want people to say for the production meetings. But I managed to overcome this because I made sure that the people who are in charge, they understand that what they want people to do, and when I am in charge of a project, that is all right for me to take command and make sure everybody else knows exactly what they have to do and what they need to look at for a certain project.
Okay. And we've got a lot of applicants today for applying this role. And why should we pick you?
I am very hardworking. I always make sure I write down keynotes that the people in charge always ask me to do, so I can make sure that I know exactly what I have to do first, and then so on and so forth, and what exactly I need to research, what exactly I need to download, and make sure I do exactly what people say, so I can make sure to not only do a little bit of sound mixing, but also make sure to know the exact cues for the presenters, like when they start recording and when they have to stop recording.
And have you got any questions for me today that you'd like to ask about the role?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. All right then. Thank you so much, Lewis, for your time today. It's been lovely to speak to you. We'll be contacting all the applicants and letting you know the outcome later this week.
Thank you, Sarah.
Okay. Lovely to talk to you.
Lovely to talk to you too.